The Battle of Magnesia took place on December 190. This battle was fought between the forces of the Roman Republic, led by the consul Lucius Cornelius Scipio, and the allied kingdom of Pergamon under Eumenes II, against the Seleucid army of Antiochus III the Great. Antiochus forged an alliance with Philip V of Macedon, seeking to jointly conquer the territories of the Ptolemaic kingdom. After his victory in the Fifth Syrian War, he then focused his attention on Asia. Fearing that Antiochus would seize the entirety of Asia Minor, the independent cities of Smyrna and Lampsacus appealed for protection from the Roman Republic. In October 196 BC, Antiochus met with a delegation of Roman diplomats in Lysimachia. The Romans demanded that Antiochus withdraw from Europe and restore the autonomous status of Greek city-states in Asia Minor. In late winter 195 BC, the Carthaginian general Hannibal fled from Carthage to Antiochus's court in Ephesus. Antiochus shifted his attention towards rebuilding his alliance with Philip V of Macedon, which had been shattered after the latter was decisively defeated by the Romans at the Battle of Cynoscephali in 197 BC. After the defeat of the Seleucid fleet by the Roman Rhodian fleet, Antiochus could no longer control the Aegean Sea, opening the way for a Roman invasion of Asia Minor. The Romans were determined to crush the Seleucids once and for all. As the Roman forces reached Maronia, Antiochus began preparing for a final, decisive battle. The Romans advanced through Dardanus to the river Cassius, where they united the Eumenes forces of Pergamon. The Roman army formed into the triplex aces, with the lighter and younger fighters in the first line, Principae and heavier infantry in the second line, and the veterans, or triarii, in the third line of battle. The main army in the centre was commanded by Scipio, and the Roman right flank was in Eumenes' control. The Roman formation was split into three parts, mirroring the setup of Antiochus. Modern accounts of the Roman forces place its number between 30,000 to 50,000 troops. In total, the Seleucid army numbered between 50,000 to 70,000 troops. The centre was formed by a 16,000-strong Macedonian phalanx commanded by Philip. He also placed his Indian war elephants in between the phalanx lines, supported by light infantry. The right flank was led by Antiochus, consisting of cataphracts, Agema cavalry, shield bearers, and other archers and light infantry. The left wing of the Seleucids was commanded by Antiochus' son Seleucus and his nephew Antipater. It was composed of cataphracts, archers, and light infantry. Units of scythe chariots were posted in the front of the left flank. The battle began on the Seleucid left flank, when Eumenes sent forward skirmishers and spearmen to harass the Seleucid scythe chariots as they approached. The chariots started fleeing in panic after suffering heavy casualties, confusing the cataphracts positioned behind them. Eumenes then charged with his cavalry before the cataphracts could properly reorganize. The Roman and Pergamene cavalry broke through the Seleucid left flank, causing the cataphracts to flee the Seleucid camp. Meanwhile, the Roman centre was advancing on the Macedonian phalanx line. Antiochus led the attack with the cataphracts on the Seleucid right flank and engaged the Roman forces. The Seleucid phalanx held its ground against the Roman infantry, but the skirmishers inflicted severe damage. As they began to slowly retreat, the war elephants positioned between the lines panicked because of the projectiles, causing the phalanx to break formation. The Seleucid centre is finding itself in a tough position, as its left flank is now exposed. the Roman infantry broke ranks, retreating towards their camp where they were reinforced. Antiochus' right flank became bogged down in the fighting, while his forces were badly needed in the centre. After being trampled by their own elephants and now outflanked on their left side of the battle formation, the Phalangites discarded their weapons and started abandoning the battlefield. By the time Antiochus' cavalry had returned to reinforce the centre, his army had already dispersed. Soon after, his remaining surviving army routed from the battlefield. After the defeat of the Seleucids, they agreed to relinquish all holdings in Asia Minor to Rhodes, Pergamon, and other city-states. The Seleucids would never return to their previous glory. This video wouldn't be possible without your support, so please make sure to like, comment and subscribe to the channel so I can post more videos. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.